In the 1930s, a psychologist named B.F. Skinner placed a hungry rat inside a box. Inside the box was a lever. If the rat pressed the lever, a pellet of food would drop. Quickly, the rat learned to press the lever to get the reward. But then, Skinner changed the rules. He set the machine so that the lever only dropped food sometimes. It was random. Maybe the rat had to press it 3 times, maybe 20. The result was terrifying. The rat didn't give up. It became obsessed. It pressed the lever frantically, ignoring sleep, ignoring other rats, doing nothing but chasing the next hit. This is known as variable ratio reinforcement. It is the most addictive pattern in psychology. It is the mechanism that powers every slot machine in Las Vegas. And if you look at the device in your hand right now, it is the exact same mechanism that powers your life. When you pull down to refresh your email or your Instagram or your TikTok, you are the rat in the box. You don't know what you're going to get. Maybe it's a funny video, food pellet. Maybe it's a boring ad, no food. It is the uncertainty that keeps you pulling the lever. We like to think we are the masters of our technology, but biologically we are just lab rats pressing a button, waiting for the algorithm to feed us. To understand how to escape this, we have to debunk a massive lie. Dopamine is not the molecule of pleasure. Dopamine is the molecule of pursuit. When you look at a brain scan, dopamine spikes before you get the reward, not after. It is the chemical that says, go get it. It is the engine of motivation. In nature, this system is brilliant. It makes you willing to hike 10 miles to find berries. But in the modern world, this system is broken. We have created what biologists call supernormal stimuli. In nature, the highest dopamine spike you could get was from sex or honey. Today, a video game, a porn site, or a fast food burger releases dopamine levels that are 10 times higher than anything found in nature. Your brain, which hasn't evolved in 50,000 years, interprets this high signal as survival. It thinks scrolling TikTok is more important than building your business because the chemical signal is louder. You aren't lazy, you are just chemically over-leveraged. Your brain is prioritizing the high dopamine cheap thrill over the low dopamine hard work because it thinks the thrill is biologically valuable. The consequence of this constant bombardment is a state called anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure. The brain seeks homeostasis, balance. If you flood it with dopamine all day long, the brain fights back by reducing the number of dopamine receptors. It turns down the volume. This means that normal things, reading a book, walking in the park, talking to a friend, no longer register. They feel boring because your baseline for stimulation is set artificially high. You become numb. This is why you can spend 3 hours on your phone and feel exhausted and empty afterward. You have fried your receptors. You are like a drug addict who needs a massive hit just to feel normal. The tragedy of the modern world is that we have access to infinite entertainment, yet we have lost the biological capacity to enjoy it. We are drowning in water, but dying of thirst. So, how do we reclaim our brains? The answer is not willpower. You cannot fight biology with willpower. The answer is resensitization, often called a dopamine detox. You have to remove the supernormal stimuli for a period of time to let your receptors grow back. You have to embrace boredom. In the Motivationairy philosophy, boredom is not a problem to be solved. It is a signal. Boredom is the pain of potential. When you are bored, your brain searches for something to do. If you block that feeling with a phone, you kill the impulse to create. But if you sit with the boredom, if you stare at the wall for 20 minutes, eventually your brain will scream for stimulation. And if the only stimulation available is writing your book, or cleaning your house, or doing your taxes, your brain will suddenly find those tasks appealing. You have to lower the water level so that the rocks become visible again. The next time you feel the urge to pick up your phone in an elevator or in line at the store, stop. That urge is the rat wanting to press the lever. Recognize it, deny it. Look around at the world. It will feel slow. It will feel dull. That is the point. You are recalibrating. You are teaching your brain that it doesn't need a slot machine to survive. The most dangerous people in the world are not the ones with the most talent. They are the ones who can focus on a single boring task for hours at a time without needing to be entertained. In an economy of distraction, focus is the only currency that matters. Reclaim your attention and you reclaim your life. Stop pressing the lever. Break the box.